Good morning from New York. Today's subject: do you have a religion, or does religion have you? Good only because you're scared not to be? Real spirituality, politics, and the teachings of Jesus. The title of this will have to be fitted in later. It may differ. Uh, yeah. Well, it's. Do I dare go there? Well, I think people have already gone there. Let's face it, they have. They're voting according to their belief systems. And what I'm saying is very similar to what I've said before in terms of, do you have drama, or does your drama have you? It's the problem with anything having you is that your genuine self is being diminished. Your flexibility, your ability to adapt and change and grow. There are things, a religion. What is good about religion? Well, it's teaching you love. That's good. If it's teaching you forgiveness and remorse and change, that's all good. Teaching you to be honest with yourself, unlearn helplessness to love and be loved. Oh, that's all good. But sometimes we mistake a belief system for something that should rule our lives and enter into politics. Yeah. Real spirituality is you go through this process of being honest with yourself, unlearning helplessness to love and be loved, being in touch with your real needs so that you're not in love with money and symbolic need, moving on from there to grieving the loss that the losses that you've had, and rejoicing in the realization of some gains that you had that you weren't aware of, blessings in your life, being thankful, and then moving on to forgiveness and over anybody who you feel has hurt you or people you love. After forgiveness, which is really only possible once you've grieved significantly, it's a big boost to your ability to truly forgive from your heart. Then forgiving from your heart, that gets that out of the way, that punishing attitude, and that allows you to have remorse, to be able to see how the hurt in you, how your helplessness to love or be loved has hurt other people. when you were a pariah. The hardest thing of all to feel is feeling that you are no longer um, humane, part of the pack, and part of the family. And remorse teaches you that you're no longer the person who did those things, and allows you to have true and full repentance, not because you're scared not to, but because you want to change. It's about a relationship. A lot of people are talking about the teachings of Jesus. He's teaching a relationship. In Hinduism, there's a relationship that you have with Krishna. But all of them are a relationship with the Buddha nature in Buddhism, or a relationship with Allah or God in Islam, which is, all of these are seen as ways of having a relationship with the supreme reality, however you conceive of it. The universe knowing itself, so to speak, is who we are, and that's pretty significant, and it's the ultimate truth. Well, we may never attain that fully. That is part of the mystery of divinity. We may never know that, but we can have a relationship with it, and that relationship should be love. Love is what gets you there, and the forms of empathy are forms of love. The forms of honest self-awareness, well, it's the meditative aspects of inner mind communication that I teach. And so that's covered what? Yeah. If you're good only because you're scared not to be, then your religion has you. And you're not flexible. And if your religion tells you someone's a bad person and you can't truly forgive them in your heart, it leads you toward a punishing attitude. This person's not worthy of love. Or, yeah, this person is worthy of doom or horrible punishments. So, well, God don't love them, then why should you? That's not how it works. When you love the divine loves you. But you find out that the divine loves everyone. And the teachings of Jesus are about healing, not punishing. That's not the main point of what he talks about. He does call people hypocrites, yeah. He says, if you don't follow the process, well, you have your reward already. Yeah. Now, there are things that you just, handle your religion like you handle the drama in your life. Have it, don't let it have you. And don't let yourself be frightened into beliefs. That's not what Jesus did. He didn't walk around frightening people into believing what he wanted them to believe. He said, see the lilies of the field. Yeah. How God takes care of them, Wow. Except for that one over there. If you finding a loving, healing path, then you're on the right page. And how does this relate to politics? Well, when you have a belief system that has you, and rather than you having it, that keeps you from being flexible and finding common ground with other people. It keeps you from loving the concept of democracy, which includes everyone. It divides person against person, group against group, nation against nation. That's not the way. That's not the way. So, the teachings of Buddha and Krishna, even Muhammad, may peace be upon him. Well, the main point in any of the religions, Judaism included, is love. In the Judeo-Christian concept, we sing number one, love the supreme, the ideal, the source of all love, with all your heart, mind, and soul. Love others as yourself. Hello. Does that mean you go down and you vote for laws that are cruel against any group of people, that makes others less tolerant of them? Clue here: nobody's perfect. You go down that division road, that hateful, punishing road, pretty soon you end up with nobody. That you are completely comfortable with. Not even yourself. So, this is all pretty obvious I think, to most. Hopefully it is to you. The process of, I see that people are finding this channel because they're looking for how to heal others with your mind. What? You heal others with your love, and you heal yourself in the process. And if you heal yourself, that helps you heal others. We're all wounded healers. And you're going to hear this thing about, well, I am to love you, but I hate your sin. Well, where is the perfect in the person that you love? Where is that? So ultimately, when you hate whatever is you think is wrong with somebody else, you're hating them, okay? And if you go down, you vote for things that punish instead of heal. You're not loving humanity. You're not loving anybody. You're not even loving yourself well. You know? Now, as far as this channel goes, I hope that you will subscribe and share and comment. And my hope is that we will let love flow into our politics and join the world together. You know, politics is just you voting. It's everybody voting in a democracy. I mean, that's good politics. It's democratic politics. And the politics is you. It's something you're a part of. You know, you're not fulfilling your responsibility as a member of a democratic society if you don't vote. You know, that's ridiculous. And so I like to end my presentations with an Irish blessing. And before I do, look at politics as a choice between better and worse. Okay? Not what you just love, 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 and hate, hate, hate. A lot of you who are not aligned with a particular party, kind of floating in the middle, voting for the person, which gets pretty complicated and hard. It's hard to know each individual, and what party they're in tells you a lot about them to begin with. So I'm not one of those sitting on the fence. But if you are, or if you're not, take a good look at what your real choices are. And here in the United States, I hope others will include their views from their own politics in their own country on this channel. But here in the United States, we have a choice between one party that doesn't believe in global warming. We have one party that supports a guy who wanted to overthrow the government, denying that he lost. When everybody, including his vice president, informed him, yes, sir, you lost. When they recounted all the votes, which were counted in the first place by an equal number of Republicans and Democrats, usually. Real mixture. And they recounted again, same result. He lost, and then he inspired an insurrection against the government. There's no contest in that choice. You have to vote for Joe. You know, no, he's not perfect. Who are you looking for? Jesus isn't, Muhammad, Jesus, Krishna, Buddha, none of these folks are running for office, okay? Whatever your religion. You know, Moses, he's not running either. Really, he's not. So, you know, I mean, what are you looking for? Perfection? Look in the mirror. Are you perfect? Well, Trump thinks he is. He said he never needed to repent because he never did anything wrong. when you're out to serve yourself and you don't care about anybody else, then you think that's right, even though you're hurting other people in business and so many other ways. Well, yeah. Well, I didn't do nothing wrong, did I? Well, that's called a dictator. All right? I do suggest that you check out the Lincoln Project, Young Turks, Tennessee Brando, and others, Robert Reich, Michael Moore, all of their, Star Talk too is a mind opener for you. And switch to Linux, by the way. Linux is a great philosophy. Switch to Linux talks about that. So I suggest you check those things out. And now my Irish blessing from my heart. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. The rain fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. Or her hand, or its hand, however you envision the source of all love, the ultimate reality, or whatever you wish to call it. Your inner artist. Anyway, do be tolerant, because you're not perfect. Do vote for healing and not punishment. Because, as the great Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, with an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth, pretty soon everybody's going to be blind and toothless. Now, that's not the way. So, don't be rigid in what you believe. You are not perfect. You do not know fully everything. Be humble and follow love, because if love's not the answer, wow, we're all in trouble. Make a great day today. Be tolerant. Be sure and vote. And ask yourself the question, which candidate is more empathetic and which one is more punishing? Okay? And so, there's a word I like to use. Well, it's a statement of sorts. It's namaste. Yeah. Namaste, to me, says the same thing that the great physicist Carl Sagan said. We're all the universe knowing itself. Awesome, huh? So, and that means, we have faith in one another, that we can grow the love flow within ourselves and others, and we can make a better world. So a lot of that begins with a simple thank you that we can say to everyone of us, all the struggling heroes, struggling against problems inside themselves, struggling in adverse situations, making great stories, and all full of the potential to be the hero of love in those stories and to make a change toward greater love. That's all part of the meaning of Namaste. So, make a great day today. You know you can. Namaste.